Hello and welcome back to the Fantasy Front Office Network. I'm your host. My name's Carmelo. Today we're going to be talking about 3 hitters and 3 pitchers that I want to see during spring training this year. So let's get right into that. Number 1, O'Neal Cruz. He was bad last year. Unplayable versus lefties. Unplayable in general. Besides his April, he was abysmal. The guy hit 200 for the year. He had a great start. Did not go well after that. Spring training stats don't matter, but in this case, I'm looking at some numbers specifically. One, I want to see his strikeout rate be improved. Let's start off with below 30%. All right, I want to see him around 25%. Let's just get under 30% to start with the spring. 2, I want to see how he's doing against lefties. I'm not saying that he needs to have an OPS of 800 versus lefties. I just want to see drastic improvement because he was awful versus them last year. And for a guy that hit 200, he's still a pretty steep pick. Rounds 10, 11 in a 10-team league, that's way too steep for a guy that did just hit 200. Yes, his upside is still tantalizing. Yes, he has the power, he has the steals. It's just he's got to improve a lot. And I think what will help him is the addition of Marcell Ozuna to the Pittsburgh Pirates, kind of like what happened with Carlos Santana. A big mentor for O'Neal Cruz. Marcell Ozuna could be that guy for O'Neal Cruz this year, and I think it's important to have that a veteran leader on the team. Now, let's not get it twisted. O'Neal Cruz is 27 years old. This is the year that he puts up or shuts up. Otherwise, I'm probably not touching him again if he just has another bad year this year. I want to see him again in spring. We'll see how he does. Numbers versus lefties, strikeout rate. It's all got to improve. If you're making an investment in rounds 10, 11 on him, even it might not be a loss in your fantasy league if you do draft him in that range, but if he shows any signs of doing what he did last year, he's not going to help you, and you're going to have to bench him or drop him if he does it again this year. So again, tantalizing upside. He's got to put up the numbers this year. He's 27 years old. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Number 2, Spencer Strider, velocity. Where is it? There was a report that the radar gun was shut off during one of his bullpen sessions. I don't like that. That's not a good sign. I'm very worried about Spencer Strider. He did not have a good year last year, and I just don't know where he is right now early on this spring. That report did not ease my mind in any capacity at all. I think we're going to have to watch to see what he does this spring. I think the results will matter a little bit. We want to see where his velocity is at. Even if he takes a little bit off, as long as he's striking out people, that's what you want to see, right? You want to see strikeouts. I just don't know where he is right now. And we could be in for another year of not so great Strider right now. We're going to have to see some things out of him. We're going to have to see some good results out of spring, and got to see him striking out hitters. If he's showing good results this spring, that's going to be a positive sign. But yeah, he's a guy to watch during spring. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully that radar gun being shut off is nothing too major, but again, the signs are pointing to a down arrow on Spencer Strider right now. Number 3, Gerrit Cole. Let's do some positive because he's looked pretty good so far in the bullpen sessions that he's had during spring. He's hit almost 97 miles per hour. Now we got to see him in some games during spring. I don't think the results will matter as much. I think he just needs to find his command and see where he settles in on some velocity. But to be honest with you, where Gerrit Cole's going right now at 180, I'll take that all day. I mean, I don't expect by the start of the season, when the drafting season is almost done, uh, and the start of the season's coming up, I don't expect him to be around the 180 range. But if you're drafting right now, which you probably shouldn't be, but if you are, he's probably a draft day steal because I think he's going to be just fine. He might have some kinks along the way, that he might have some hiccups along the way, um, during the start of this year, but ultimately I think down the stretch, like, this guy's going to be huge for you. So I'm pretty high on Gerrit Cole to start the draft season, and I think his average ADP will probably go up from where he's currently at right now. Number 4, Shane McClanahan. Shane McClanahan, one thing I never do is turn my back on talented pitchers. Pitching is such a strain on your body. McClanahan was a former top prospect. That's been uh, through the ringer, essentially. He might finally be healthy to start, and for someone that hasn't pitched since 2023, his spring is going to be uh, a big. It's going to be huge for him. He needs to show, one, that he's healthy. Two, that where's his velocity at. Three, where's his command at. And how are the results during spring? I think the results here are going to matter just a little bit. I don't want to see a 9-10 ERA coming out of him. I want to see good results from him during spring. And if he regains any sort of form from 2023, again, this is another guy that could be a draft day steal for your league. He's a big upside play heading into draft. But again, you're going to want to see what he's doing during spring. Number 5, Sal Stewart. People love him going into draft season. That is without a doubt. And surely he'll win a spot on the team. The question is where. And I saw something today where he played second base. He just dropped 20 something pounds during the off season. Now, I'm not a big proponent of best shape of my life kind of thing, but losing significant weight and playing second base, there were reports that he was going to play first or third. He probably lost a good amount of weight to try to play at the Keystone here. Even if he plays some of the games there, if he gets eligibility there, that's massive. You love those kinds of players in fantasy that have super util options for your team. If he plays first, third, and second, that's going to be massive for your team. And you're probably going to want him at second base because right now, if we're looking at it, second base ain't great. Obviously, players emerge during the year, but if he can get you second base eligibility, that would be awesome. He's a guy that's got a great hit tool, and he's going to be valued higher nearing the season, nearing the start of the season, as draft days are approaching and the regular season's approaching. Right now, you probably can get him on a pretty decent discount. If he's having a good spring though, and he starts playing more second base, you might see that ADP rise pretty quickly. So if you are drafting right now, which again you probably shouldn't be, but if you are, he could be a steal in your draft going into the 2026 season. My last hitter, my last player overall, Konner Griffin. Now, listen, people are going to be talking about him. He's the number 1 prospect in the game. Obviously, people in your league, if you have a pretty savvy league, they're going to know about him. I don't expect him to make the team, but again, if he does light up spring training, he could be forcing Pittsburgh to reconsider that. He's 19 years old. That's a lot to ask for a guy at 19 who's barely played any professional games at all. So this is a rare instance where we're looking at spring numbers for sure. So his numbers will matter. We'll see where his StatCast numbers are. They're putting StatCast data, and I believe, in all the spring training facilities this year. So let's see where his average exit velocity is, where his max EV is. Again, this is a guy that is 19 years old. He just made it to Double A, so that's great. So he's on the cusp. Like, he's around there. If I had to pinpoint when I think he would be on the team, mid-season to late season, if at all. He could just spend the entire year, and maybe next year is the real chance he gets. My guess is that it's probably going to be a mid-season or late-season call-up. And to be honest with you, people in dynasty leagues, they're already going to be on him. Redraft leagues, I wouldn't really look at him. Not yet. I mean, I don't think this is the guy that you need to draft. But if he is out there as one of maybe your last picks, take a chance on him, especially. And if you can hold on to him for a little bit. Just stash him, put him away if you can. This guy could be a league winner at the end of the drafts if he comes in and comes out hot when he does get the call. If he by chance does get the call to start the season, I'm not expecting him to light the world on fire. Again, he's 19 years old, and that's a tall order to place on a player that young. But he does have the capabilities of being a superstar in this league. So just keep an eye on Konner Griffin during spring. If he's lighting up spring, he's going to rise up the draft boards. People always, always love the shiny new toy. So Konner Griffin, keep an eye on him during the spring. His numbers will matter during spring training. That's it. That's all I got for you. Take a look out for videos coming up, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Appreciate it.